Hey Gemini, welcome to Larisa Lili Temperance. Today we're doing your general read for the month of October. This is for anyone, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Gemini. And as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I always focus on, if you're new to my channel, I always focus on our soul transitions in these general reads. I don't, unless Spirit tells me to tap into a specific area in life, but this is more about soul transitions. So let's get into this. Oh, little reminder, Geminis, I'm taking personal readings now. So if you're interested in a personal reading, my email is in the inbox below. Also, it's just a FYI, they're minimum an hour. It's a virtual meeting with me. So I look forward to meeting some of you if interested. Again, email in the description box below and I'll email you the details. Okay, so immediately I heard during meditation here, Gemini, is you need a little bit of pep in your step. And hear me out, because you've got overall energies here, 5 of Swords and Page of Wands. And this Page of Wands to me feels like this need to kind of find some level of inspiration and excitement. So given the 5 of Swords, there's either you guys are conflicted or need to surrender the old to start something fresh and new, or surrender a mindset, surrender something. But there's something that's causing conflict. 5 of Swords, again, it could be person, job, our own minds, because 5 of Swords represents the mind. But there's a need here, Page of Wands, of finding some excitement or finding inspiration despite of the surroundings, or the what do I want to call it, because it feels like a specific energy, disappointment, I guess, for some of you. All right, so let's see what the soul transition is, Spirit. What is the soul transition for Gemini? There we go. So yes, manifestation. So to me, this is where the pep in the step is. Practice the law of attraction to attract what you want into your life. What we think is what we create in our physical reality through thought, meditation, daily, and affirmation. That's why I feel like a lot of you, this 5 of Swords has to do with the mind. So it's it's just kind of like, it's kind of like surrendering your thoughts and finding some inspiration. So here you have your higher self. Your higher self dismisses the ego and demonstrates gratefulness, joy, and compassion from a place of loving all that is. So your higher self obviously is calling out to you. And then, of course, journey to fulfillment. This is like I always feel the 9 of Cups with this energy, which is our fulfillment. It's the self. 9 of Cups represents Minor Arcana of Hermit. So we focus on ourselves, but it has to do with the aspects of our emotions and what makes us feel content or fulfilled or brings joy in our life. And so although others may influence us, we must take charge of our own destiny. And I feel your higher self is trying to speak to you, is trying to make your mind shift and, get your mind right for the proper manifestations in your life. And so it's like a knockdown. I don't know why I'm getting boxing kind of images here, but it's knocking out your limitations. And let's see what your major arcana shift is from this deck, guys. I love this deck, so it gives different messages and guidances, and I think it's always important. So let's see what your major arcana shift. Okay, so we've got 2, Gemini. The Sun, positive recognition. Congratulations, your plans have worked out perfectly. And now it's your time to shine. Brilliant new ideas will present themselves to you and success is all but assured. Express yourself openly and honestly, knowing that those surrounding you are trustworthy. Be open to unexpected opportunities. So this is, to me, positive recognition. This is a positive mindset. I do want to point out, Spirit, that your higher self wants you to be grateful. So there's a need to look at what we have and operate at a place of gratitude, which also always helps manifestations. I know it sounds cliche, but I feel this is very important. So again, the higher self dismisses the ego and demonstrates gratefulness, joy, and compassion from a place of loving all that is. So loving all that is a place of gratitude of where we're at. So there's a need for the sun, more positive outlook. And then of course, judgment. In this deck is called review and contemplation. So there is a time to review and contemplate the past, and always see the silver lining. That's when judgment comes. I always believe judgment is every day, Gemini. So you've accomplished a great deal in your life and you have much to be proud of. Again, Spirit is pointing out much to be proud of, much to be grateful for. Now is the time to decide what's next as you contemplate the past and the present. So this is where the Five of Swords energy can be for some of you, where you guys are constantly, in your mind, right? You'll get clear on your divine life purpose. Don't be distracted by conventional thinking. Be the real you. And so here, Spirit is bringing you back to your higher self, being the real you, the authentic you, what really represents your fulfillment, right? Your journey to fulfillment. These cards here, wow. Look at these images. I mean, all these cards have different images, but you're showing the same image here for all of them. So this shows me the Fool, which is taking a leap. I see the Fool here. And this is a leap to new, a leap to the unknown and trusting the process. Also setting yourself free, like opening yourself up, opening up the heart space, opening yourself up to believing, in positive things. Again, letting go of the past, releasing any conventional thinking, things that kind of keep you, maybe in old behavior patterns. So let's see what you have to surrender, Gemini. Beautiful. Surrender to passion. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. This is, this goes back, Gemini, to that energy again. That first message I heard in meditation, there's a pep in your step, right? So that's that fire in our belly. It's like that pep in our step that we need to get things going. And Spirit is just confirming it has to do with your passions. How do you reignite inspirations? Page of Wands. But you got to get out of the head. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. Yes. All right. So we already know what the theme of this reading is, Gemini. I'm going to try to move through this because I feel like it's going to sound like a broken record. But the one thing I've learned, human nature and the soul, is that repetition is always the key for our own time and our reflection. So Gemini, use this time as a meditation. Use this reading with me in this moment as a time of meditation to remind yourself of, your desires, your happiness, and what you're looking for, and how we get out of our own head and our own way, and how we trip on our own feet sometimes, So let's see what else Spirit has to add. So even if I sound like a broken record, this is good, right? Because we've got to constantly tell ourselves, and we have to believe in ourselves and believe in our own words, Okay, Spirit, thank you. So here we have memories of love, and this is the past, Six of Cups energy. So there's a lot of the memories, partnerships and alliance. There's a lot of the memories that you're needing to, I really feel, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to put the words, because behind here is the Three of Wands, which is optimism also for me. Partnership and alliance, it means collaborations. Also, a more positive outlook on like our passions, right? Finding your soul tribe, aligning more to souls that are with you. And the energies I'm picking up from this memories of love is that, yes, the silver lining of, the past, right? So here we have hope. The star came out first. And I love that in this deck it's called hope, which honestly, all this represents hope. But the star is aligning you to your higher self. The star is your higher self. The star is aligning you to your manifestations, your wishes, right? We're talking about joy to fulfillment. Nine of Cups and the star are pretty much similar wishes, but the star is the major arcana, so it represents a higher power here trying to assist you. We have the Nine of Wands, which is another minor arcana of the Hermit. So we have the 9, spiritual strength in this cards. So this is a trying, sometimes it's trying. And I think a lot of you sometimes feel your soul is exhausted, right? We go into these modes and know that they're temporary. That's why they're minor. So this could be a day-to-day thing. This could be like, oh my God, I wake up amazing. Come afternoon, right? You wake up to the sun here with your positive outlook, and then come the afternoon, it's like, boom, you know, you're exhausted, and sometimes your mind takes over. Here goes the 5 of Swords again, conflict and defeat. And this is what I'm saying. Either the mind takes over and then we kind of defeat ourselves in the mind, and then just, you know, talk things we don't need to be saying to ourselves. Suffering in silence, 9 of Swords, another 9. So I want to point out here the fact that I feel so much 9s. That's 999. That's a completion. So there is a closing of a cycle here. And excuse me, Gemini. Anytime I sneeze, there's no reason for me to sneeze. It's too early in the morning and I'm home. I haven't even stepped out my house. Usually for me indicates truth. So energetically, I feel there is a closing of a cycle here. And so here with the 8 of Wands, in this case, is accelerated motion. There's an energy surge creating motion right now, which I feel is that energy surge, that pep in your step, and that fire, that fuel, you know, and that inspiration needed. So I feel like there's this flow of energy that's trying to create momentum. And sometimes the way it operates, the cosmos operate, and our higher self operates, is to show us hard ourselves so we can be grateful, right? So we're back to the concept of gratitude. And sometimes we have to look at our trying times, right? The things that exhaust us, how long it took us to get there, in order to remember our purpose. And I feel purpose with this 8 of Wands here. And that's where the past comes in the memories of love. That's why it's a hard time getting the words out. But this is where I see the silver lining on, like, this ish happened and now I got to get through this, right? All this crap I've been dealing with, and, you know, now you got to get through it. Okay, so let's, whoa, that's fell on the 8 of Wands. There goes the Page of Wands. So I feel like Spirit, I'm going to pull more for this 8 of Wands. I'm not ready, but the fact that the Page of Wands came out again, it's that energy surge, that inspiration. To me, this is Spirit confirming inspiration. Bottom of the deck, I'm going to take it too, is the Hermit. You know, this is wise counsel about where you're at, where you stand. So confirmation here. We'll get more energies on that, but let's see. Star, Spirit, give me more on the Star. Beautiful. 8 of Pentacles. This is the effort. So this is what you have to work towards. This is also setting intentions, I feel, with this manifestation, right? So the intentions we put, what we put, our set intentions are the Pentacles. It's all our actions too. Wands are about action. And so this is the steps and the inspiration we need on which areas physically in our life that we have to put our efforts to. And a lot of you, Gemini, you guys have been really good on your finance and career, I feel. And in terms of like your main focus, I've been picking up on a lot of singles. So those who are my singles, most of your energy has been going into creation and your work. So let's see the spiritual strength. Yeah, the Guru. Why wouldn't the Guru come out, right? And then yes, it's a spiritual journey. Again, confirming 8 of Wands. So I just feel this energy of just aligning and letting the energy walk, like letting the energy flow through you, and also finding it's the talk, conversations. 8 of Wands again is the talk, the spiritual talk to yourself is what I'm getting. Getting more on this 8 of Wands. It's like your emotions. Yeah, there we go. I knew it. And there goes the manifestations again. So we've got this magician energy, and it's this pep in the step is what I'm feeling. So we've got 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. When we feel like a loss, right? So this self-talk about the past. Some of you may have had financial setbacks. Some of you have had people who've taken from you, and your lack of, your loss of investments in time and energy. But here with the Knight of Cups, Spirit is trying to ignite your emotions, which is what I was saying. There's also an emotion that's needed for these wands, this inspiration as well. So we got to get out of our head about what was taken from us and get more into this inspirational. The Knight of Cups is a dreamer, and it's like sometimes there has to be a kid in us, which is also the Pages. There has to be a kid in us that doesn't forget to be the dreamer sometimes about our wants and desires. And Magician energy requires a dreamer as well. It's an energy of dreamer as well, versus the exhaustion, right? Because we're clarifying the 9 of Wands, the exhaustion of life. So let's see this in 5 of Swords. More of this 5 of Swords. Again, we're talking about the dreamer and our investments of time. So again, time. I feel like you're in and out of your head about what you're doing and what to do. So we're talking again about the dreamer in you, how to recharge your emotions. 7 of Pentacles. What are you investing your time in? Back to the 8 of Pentacles. Your higher self is actually showing you that. And you know what? To me, this feels like an energy of, again, get out of your head, feel the fire in your belly, focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. This is your shift in focus. So get out of your head, right? Stop thinking, the 2 of Pentacles. It's more of like, where do you put your energy to? What do you do? I feel like your day-to-day requires some level of rituals here. And I've been feeling this for some time, for all the reads actually, that helps soothe some of this 9 of Swords energy. I feel like a pressure in their head. I don't know why I'm feeling this pressure, but I feel a pressure in my head here, Gemini, because it just feels like the mornings begin with a lot of talk. And I feel that's why Spirit wants you to remember here with the Sun, a positive recognition. You have to congratulate yourself. Let's read this again. Congratulations. Your plans have worked out perfectly, and now it's your time to shine. Brilliant new ideas will present themselves to you, and success is all but assured. Express yourself openly and honestly, knowing that those surrounding you are trustworthy. Be open to unexpected opportunities. So it's more about our outlook here. So let's get more on this 9 of Swords. Oh, I knew it. I normally don't have, there we go. So normally I don't have reversals, but this, to me, this is just demonstrating what I'm feeling. So this is why I'm feeling the pressure, Gemini. The 8 of Swords, the blindfolds. I feel like a pressure in the mind, and we all go through this, right? So how do we get out? Spirit represents here the Strength and the Fool. We're back to that Fool energy we were talking about earlier, right? It's the same. Look at this, guys. The same image. This is why I say I feel the Fool. You got to liberate yourself. There's a level of freedom here, energetically, a release, and really coming back to yourself, recharging, a reboot here of courage, will. We're also representing fire, Page of Wands. Again, a fire, a pep. What do you need to build that strength, that inspiration again, to have the confidence? I feel like it goes in and out sometimes with you. But again, this has to do with our mind frame. How do we see, Leo, representing Leo energy, the Sun, positive outlook. How do we stay out of our heads and liberate ourselves and take on the day a lot more confidently and more excited, also knowing that we're constantly conquering our shadow, which is this, our mind, right? the lion here, it's like the beast in us, right? That's something we constantly have to kind of, monitor and deal with. So let's confirm more energies here. We already know Spirit is sending. So all this internal work is an energy surge about our inspiration and finding the dreamer in you, and knowing that, trusting your level of discernment also here. So your higher self, usually the Hermit represents also the higher soul and the High Priestess as well. But there's wisdom here. Getting rid of this Eight of Wands. Yeah, there's wisdom here. And then we've got Five of Wands. So the battle's in the mind, right? How do we get out emotionally stuck? Magician. How do we get King of Cups? How do we get emotional mastery? How do we manifest our emotions and our intuition and our trust in our ability to move through and stay like motivated here? Let's get the energies of abundance here. What is it? What's the guidance of abundance for our... Yes, I knew it. Oh, wow. The way those cards flew. We've got these two. Okay. So this literally is loud and clear here. First card. My lovely Geminis. Focus on your priorities. It is. This is about really setting it up, right? The star. Your higher self is trying to show you where you need to shift. Seven of Pentacles. What is it that we need to... where we need to put our energies on, right? So where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety. That's this, you guys. No joke. This Nine of Swords and Eight of Swords. So feeling of anxiety, unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. And what are we looking at? The strength, confidence. Set you free from all this anxiety and stress and mental, blockage, which we go through. This requires a daily ritual, because we could wake up at 8 in the morning and then come 3:02 p.m. and we feel like crap. All of a sudden we're like, I hate this or whatever. And that's a constant reminder. We have to reprioritize ourselves. Release resentment about money. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and this shift will help you attract support and attract support and golden opportunities. So again, a lot of you is money matters and being the dreamer, and how maybe some people have taken from you. There's a level of exhaustion, your efforts, your exchange in time, some of you in your companies. It's just a lot. And this is just a priority shift. So easier said than done, Gemini, but Spirit's message is saying just get out of your head. And this is just something that you have to find, some Knight of Cups, something that there's got to be something in your day-to-day that you give yourself, that gives yourself this inspiration, something that creates an emotional, like some emotional momentum that gives you some sparks or joys and purpose. We're always dealing with purpose here. So let's see what your guidance is, Gemini. The guidance for Gemini. Yeah, illusions. You might be fooling yourself, or others are fooling you. Don't let your mind or someone else put lies into your head. You know your own truth. Be careful of people who don't have any integrity. Take off the blindfold and see what is real. So again, all of this is elusive, right? Our minds plays tricks on us. So either you're fooling yourself or other people are fooling you. I feel it's a combination, because once we start fooling ourselves and we get in our own heads with our, lack of positive self-talk, then also other people get in our heads as well. And then we also get in our heads about how other people got in our heads. So I know this just feels like this pattern of getting in our heads. So Spirit is just saying, take off the blindfolds and see what is real, right? And refocus your priorities, and, you know, and just kind of try to find the freedom and free yourself from these blockages, right? So let's see what other guidance Spirit has for you. Must be a good one, Gemini. There we go. Intuition, it's your third eye. So again, a call from the higher self, right? Listen to your intuition as it is your soul calling out to you. Your soul's calling out to really get you in a space of gratitude and not allow the illusions of the mind and what the ego may say, right? We're back to your higher self, right? The higher self dismisses the ego and demonstrates gratefulness. So your higher self, your intuition here, again, it goes with all the waters, right? Because we're dealing with your waters, King of Cups, emotional mastery, intuition, right? Finding depths of our mind and really digging deep here of what we speak to ourselves. So, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. I love you. Again, a reminder, if you guys want a personal reading, email is in the description box below. But please like, share, subscribe, click that button if you enjoy my frequency. But remember to live always relentlessly in striving aspiration. This is the evolution of your soul, and I'm here to nurture you. Until next message. Bye.